So I'm headed to downtown Austin, and I think Austin is home of the worst drivers in America. So I just figured I would rant about drivers that I hate while I'm driving, because I'm watching them right now. Number one, and the least of the offenders, it bothers me least, but it still drives me nuts, is the ones that don't turn their blinkers off. Like, they change lanes or something, and they just have that blinker going and going and going. And granted, you know, it's usually an older person doing this, and I just think they just can't hear the blinker, or they just don't know that their car is blinking. But like when I see someone I'm like, dude, like that drives me insane to hear my blinker just going and going and go. Turn that off, like, because now I don't know what you're gonna do, like, ever. I'm constantly expecting a right turn, and you just keep going straight, and it's bothering me. And along with that, the second one is the one who doesn't use a blinker at all. Like, just changes back and forth from lanes, makes all these turns, and never uses a blinker. Like, are you expecting me to just guess what's about to happen? Because when you're coming up on that right turn, and all of a sudden you hit your brakes, like, I don't know you're turning. I don't even know you're about to slow down. And I'm just making a beeline right for your bumper, about to rock your world, son. Another one is like the one that goes 45 on the highway. Like, you're literally going 45 miles an hour, surrounded by people going 75 to 80. Like, I mean, are you, like, trying to do, like, a weird suicide mission? Like, I feel like you're asking to die. It makes me, I'm worried about you. Like, you're not making me mad. You're worrying me. Number 4 is the guy who turns into the turning lane. Like, I get it. You know, during rush hours, especially, like, in bigger cities, you know, it can really get backed up. And sometimes that's your only chance to get in, is turning into the turning lane. I get it. But I'm, like, if I'm the only car on the road, and you turn into the turn lane because you're too impatient to let one car go by, like, I'm so tempted just to park right next to you and just slowly drive along with you so that you can't get over, because it was ridiculous. Like, you're literally sitting there for 2 more seconds waiting on me to go by so you can properly turn into their lane the correct and legal way was too much for you to handle. 5th is the guy that stops at the yellow light. Like, not the one who, you know, you properly see it from a ways back. You understand, I'm not going to make this light, so I should slow down and stop, because that's what a yellow light is properly used for. No, this is the guy who is at the intersection, the light turns yellow, so they slam on their brakes. Like, you're going to get somebody killed. I mean, it's fun to be a yellow light bandit, right? Like, that's what it's for, to see if you can make it. Yellow light bandits get all the respect. Another one is people who are, like, too nice while driving. And this is probably my least favorite. Like, these people drive me insane. Like, if I'm coming onto the highway and you're trying to slow down to let me on while I'm trying to slow down to let you pass me so that I can get on and speed up, like, you're really ruining and worsening the situation. Like, just keep going. Hold your speed. It's my job to merge safely. It's not your job to change your speeds, because now we're both trying to avoid each other, and that's just getting really dumb and dangerous. I mean, if you're trying to slow down and I'm not passing you, that should be your biggest hint that you should just keep on going, because clearly you see my brake lights and I'm trying to slow down past you. Now you've made me look like the a-hole, and I've got to floor it to get back in front of you to make you look like you're a decent person, when really you just ruined my day. On those same lines, the guy that tries to wave you along. Like, no, sir. No. Like, you stopped first. You go first. Like, you're making things take longer by trying to force me to go before you go. Like, the 4-way stop sign works that way. If you stop first, you go first. If you stop at the same time, the person on the right goes first. Like, I feel like no one gets taught this anymore, because people try to wave me on all the time, and I get it. Like, you're trying to be nice, but you're really just making this take a lot longer, and you're making driving far more difficult than it needs to be. Just stop. It's your turn. Go. Stop trying to be a hero. We got enough of those on the movies. And the 2 final ones, one is obviously, everybody hates this guy. The one who tailgates. Like, bro, come on. And what's funny about this guy is that he's in such a hurry that he's riding your tail. And then you finally get to a point where you're just, okay, I'll let this jerk pass me. So you scoot over, and then he takes forever to pass you. Like, he doesn't change his speed at all. He literally was just riding your butt because he was too lazy to slow down enough to get a little bit of space and then resume that exact same speed. And lastly, the one that drives me absolutely nuts is the person who doesn't understand that they stopped first. Like, when you're at the stop sign and you stop, if you even see the tiniest little bit of movement in my car, that means you go first. Like, I hate it. I stop, and it's obvious that they stopped first. So obvious. And I'm just left there, just sitting there. Like, are you gonna go? Are you not gonna go? And they're staring at me doing the same thing. So what I do is I just sit there. I will literally, if you stop first, and I know for a fact it is your turn without a doubt, I will sit there for like 30 minutes if that's what it takes until you finally go. Because someone has to teach you to drive, and I have to do it passively, then okay. But you need to go back to your parents and have them write me an apology because they failed you. Anyways, like and subscribe to this angry video of mine. Look at this pretty little girl. Hey, Jesslyn. Y'all have a good one.